Where you at, Berto?
I made this shit look too easy.
Alright y'all, today we got the Gen Z dating market is cooked. You know, me personally, I think one of the biggest issues that we have in Gen Z in general is that the expectations that men and women expect out of each other are just absolutely unrealistic. Girls are saying they won't give a guy a chance unless he's 6'10" and make $100 million a year at 18. And guys are out here acting like every single girl is selling their box on OF or something. As a Gen Zer myself, it's honestly sad to see. But let's get right into the video and see what's really going on and we can break it down.
The Gen Z dating market is cooked, especially if you are short, especially if you are Indian.
Why did you redeem it?
And I'm not being racist, I'm not being heightist, these are facts, and it's really bad if you're all of that and a man.
So if a short guy defends himself, that's a syndrome now? It's funny how when a tall guy acts confident, he's a leader. But when a short guy does the same thing, it's short man syndrome.
Okay, look. Are women and people gonna judge you on your height right out the gate? Yes. If you're taller, you're probably gonna get more attention from people when you walk in the room, bro. That's just a fact. It's a double standard. Get over it. If you guys continue to focus and fixate on things that you cannot control, you will never win. I'm like, it really pisses me off because at this point it's just like, come on y'all, come on. How long are you gonna keep watching videos talking about your height? Who cares how tall you are? That is not what you can control unless you want to be like that one guy we reacted to on the channel where you go and saw your legs off and risk not being able to walk again just so you can potentially be 5 inches taller. Mind you, that's not considering the fact that you might have to be in the wheelchair for the rest of your life. How short you gonna be then? How many hoes do you think you're gonna be bagging from the wheelchair, bruh? Stop fixating on that. That is not the answer. The answer is working on yourself, building on yourself, getting good communication skills, actually getting out in the real world and making a difference. Looking in the mirror and realizing, okay, what are the things that I can't control? Am I insecure? Am I confident? Do I smell bad? Do I need better hygiene? Is my skin bad? Okay, and this is a perfect segue into the sponsor of today's video. Gotcha. Look, man, if you guys have been a frequent viewer on this channel, you guys know I am a very big advocate for teeth handling. Reason being, before them, I never really took my skincare seriously. I was probably just like you, going into the bathroom, washing my face with hand soap, by the way. Why would I wash my face with hand soap? That don't even make sense. This actually doesn't feel like an inconvenience to my daily morning routine. I mean, every box comes with one of these, and bro, I'm telling you, in the most simplest way, it literally tells you how much to use, how little to use. I mean, bro, it doesn't get much easier than that. I like to start off with the daily face wash. Why, you may ask? I mean, it says it on the bottle, daily face wash, so I think it would probably be best to use it daily. Again, with the very simple instructions, it tells me how much to use, and honestly, ever since I've been using it, I've been having very clear skin. Like, let's just be honest. Look at me, bro. My shit kind of look alright. We also got a super serum and eye cream. The eye cream is really good for like those bag under your eyes. And me personally, I struggled with that. You know, I spent a lot of time staying up late nights editing videos. So, you know, I kind of have that fatigue look. But once I started using this, bro, I mean, it made a significant difference. The super serums to kind of just give your skin that firmness. An exfoliation scrub to get deep within your pores and take out all the grime and the dirt that be building up through your face. And you can't forget the AM and the PM moisturizer to keep your skin hydrated when you're waking up and going throughout your day and when you're going to sleep. If you've been a part of the Where You At family here on this channel, you guys know that I've been advocating for them for a long time. They've helped thousands of guys across the world get right on their skincare journey. I mean, Tej literally has over 10,000 5-star reviews, bro. Everything that I just explained to you guys comes in this level 1 system, and I think that is a great place for you to start, especially if you're just getting into your skin routine. And if you click the link in my description right now, you're gonna get 40% off of your first box, and if you become a member, you get 20% off for life. I don't know where you're gonna find a better deal than that, especially for a product that will genuinely make you feel more confident with yourself, which is actually going to help you in the dating scene that you so badly want to achieve. And that's not even a knock on you, brother. Like, let's be real. We on this earth to mingle. When it all comes down to it, I'm not saying that's the only thing that matters, but of course you want to be with a woman. Of course you want to attract the women that you're into. So why not start with your self-care and prioritize things like skincare, which Teach Hanley does such a great job of. Thank you for sponsoring today's video, and let's get right back to the reaction. But I'm really giving y'all that real spill. I ain't gonna lie.
That guy is 28, 5'4", and also loves the master race. That master race. And we're going to talk about him later.
Huh?
But everything he says is not wrong. Being a short person.
Huh? I'm gonna say this. I'm not taking any advice from somebody that loves the master race. Like, what? Get on my face with that, bro.
Fucking sucks. You statistically make less money. Every single president is taller than average. And more importantly, why is being so short objectively bad? Born to have Chinese, Korean features, forced to have Filipino genes. And then it cuts to some Filipino guy and he's hot as shit, right? And I don't think people actually understand the struggles of people who over-fixate on this one aspect of their life. I'm fucking Indian, I'm cooked. Well, here's the thing. That guy is objectively attractive. And then we compare him to the other Filipino person. He has a negative canthal tilt. His eyes are all droopy, prey eyes. His nose is fucking ginormous. His face is completely deformed.
Damn, drilling dog, a new one, ain't you?
And people like to pretend the entire conversation is that he's struggling with internalized racism. But here's the truth. If this guy was Korean, Chinese, it doesn't matter. He would still be objectively ugly, no matter what the race is.
Here's the thing though, bro. Again, these are things that you cannot control. But let's go back. Let's go back. Let's just be honest for a second. Bro is objectively unattractive, right? But he's also objectively not in shape. I can't really tell what his fit looks like right now, but let's just go ahead and guess that it's trash. The haircut, I mean, me personally, that shit's garbage. These are all things that you can control. And let's just give the benefit of the doubt, just looking at this brother in his face, he's still young. He probably hasn't even grown into his features yet. So you work on yourself. You go to the gym. One thing that I can guarantee 150,000%, everybody looks better in shape. But if you're pudgy and ugly and you can't dress and your nose fat, I mean, I hope you're real funny, brother. Real funny. Cause that's not what's gonna cut it.
Ugly, no matter what the race is. And that's the problem. A lot of people are not able to empathize with these people who are actually struggling. People treat these marginalized groups as subhuman. The content creator doesn't even give a shit. He's spamming these clips. He's saying, yes, I'm still milking the first clip. He doesn't care about Filipino and loving their own race. He's just there for content and clout. And all that does is fuel this negative cycle that I'm ugly, I'm short, I'm Indian, and we're transitioning into the guy and his love for the master race.
So what did I say? I said something along the lines of, oh my God, you are tall, you're intelligent, you're attractive, you're basically mustache man's ideal woman. And I just looked at her and smiled, and she just kind of like cracked a little smile like that.
My jaw fucking...
I'm not taking any advice from that brother right there, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh my God, you guess my... Like, nigga, hey, he's feminine out the butt. I don't know why I didn't just say ass, because that sounded odd. But, anyway.
Dropped when I was listening to this video, because this guy has 300 subscribers. This video has 800 views. I'm like, how the fuck did I find such a gold mine?
So one of the things that fed into my exceptional attraction to this girl was when she said that she was German. And part of the reason for that is back in the 1930s and 40s, there was a certain mustachioed leader, and he had set up this program to enhance the genetic stock of the German people by making sure that only the best of the best passed on their genes. The tallest, the strongest, the most intelligent, the most attractive, etc. And it really hasn't been that long since that took place.
This is a very touchy subject because we can point and laugh, which is the easy route, but that's what other people do, and that's why people like him end up in this position. It's because no one understands him. He falls under this trap that because I'm a short man, I am below everyone else. He's actively going for people who are astronomically taller than him. He plays the game of like, I'm a submissive short.
What the yeah, bro. Okay, so this is what I was pretty much alluding to the whole time. I was like, this guy is clearly sweet. I can smell it. Which again, it's not a problem. But it's like, y'all taking advice from him? He already said he like mustache man. Now he's pulling up dressed like this. Guys, I know I'm just another person on the internet. But genuinely, when you start taking advice from people on the internet, really start looking at them and analyzing, does that look like somebody I want to be like? Does he sound like somebody I want to sound like? Because this is somebody's king.
Small little guy as a way to attract other people, ideally bisexuals. He says this, by the way, because he doesn't find enough value in who he is. His height defines him. And this is a thing that doesn't just happen with short people, but with people who play this big role that because I'm this type of Asian, because I'm Indian, my life is absolutely ruined.
I don't know if anyone else has felt this way. It kind of feels like liking Indian people is almost treated as like a sexuality.
And
you know what's also true? You get more of what you focus on, bro. Now this guy, I don't know who finds him attractive, but I guarantee you if he's struggling with women, I don't know if he is. He probably isn't. You know what I'm saying? But if he's struggling with women, it's not because he's Indian, bruh. It's not. And that is the problem, bro. Y'all just need to become more self-aware. That's the biggest issue. Everybody is pointing the finger. It's their fault. This person doesn't like this type of person. It's their fault, it's their fault, their fault. Y'all need to start adopting a it's my fault mentality. Because the thing is, when you start adopting that, you take the control back. And when you have control, you can make change. You can't be afraid of change. That is where you truly will level up. And that is when people are going to respect you more. And that's how you're going to get success in the dating scene. By not being a bitch.
Statistically, they reference all these studies which are all true. They attach their whole ideals and beliefs towards these statistics that, while true, isn't the entire game of what makes them attractive in the dating market. Because obviously, this dumb fuck talks about how he likes Hitler and he thinks the girl is going to find him attractive.
Exactly! It makes no sense.
Self-reflect. This video is not meant to make fun of people who have this very obvious handicap they have given themselves, because we all have our own handicaps. A lot of people give.
I've said mine a million times. I'm Sid from Ice Age. That's what they said. That's bad. That's bad. Genuinely. Sid from Ice Age, that used to make me feel really insecure, bro. They said that I'm coming like this. They said this is my twin. For real? Oh shit. Hey, I'm alright though. I promise you I'm good. I promise you my problems in life is I'm not struggling with women. Guarantee. Sid and from Ice Age and all. So lock in, kings. Y'all got it, bruh. We all got flaws. We all born with shit that we don't like. Even the pretty motherfuckers that look like they have it all, look like they got the perfect jawline, perfect eye line, all that stuff. They got their flaws too. Some of their flaws might rely more on their personality. You know what I'm saying? They stuck up and boring as fuck. We all got to work on ourselves, man. You can't compare. Comparison will always be the thief of joy, bro. Always. Always.
Give themselves the words of negative affirmations. I'm dumb. I'm stupid. I cannot do it. I'm a loser. And that is significantly way more applicable and obvious that everyone struggles with this one problem. It's because I'm short. It's because I'm X, Y, and Z.
She don't want me cause I'm fat, I get it. But now she want me because my money the size of a midget. She ain't wanna talk to me, but she just gave me her digits. I'm in the studio making hits. She called my phone, but remember in elementary, she told me to leave her alone.
So while it is easy to make fun of other people, it amounts to absolutely nothing. And I have to play the YouTube game of being that type of influencer where I discuss about drama, where I put other people down. I don't care. I actually find this guy like a human being. He seems like a genuinely cool guy. He's going to the...
That nigga's a liar. That's one thing. This is why y'all watch me. Berto gonna give you the real. This guy, not my dog Rambo. He cool. This guy right here though, cornball. Cornball. But hey, it is what it is. The only person that can unlane himself is himself. But as of today, with 4K evidence, with everything that we can see, brother's a loser. Now, let me reel it back. Look, and I'm not saying that to be a bully or nothing. I mean, the loving mustache man thing is crazy. Like, I mean, that aside, it's like these are the things that you got to realize. It's like I was a loser at some point too. It's okay. It's okay. Because, all right, take it off the topic of being a loser. Let's just put it on like sports. You think the first time you pick up a basketball, you just gonna be like really good? I mean, if you're just naturally talented, but that's no different than the person that's naturally born more attractive. Now they are naturally at this level. Maybe it's here, maybe it's there. But at some point, if they don't continue to work on themselves, it's gonna stagnate. So you have to get better. You have to put the work in. And over time, your skills will continue to get better at basketball, for this example. But it's really the same with everything in life, bro. Y'all just want to wake up and have all your problems solved. But that's just not how this shit goes, bro. It's just not how this life shit goes. You got to put the work in. And anything worth having tends not to be easy, man. That's the hard, cold truth, but it is what it is. And you know what? When you work for it, you're going to appreciate it so much more. So sometimes you almost need to be grateful for being a disadvantage, grateful for being an underdog. Because, boy, when you come up, man, you feel like nothing can stop you. Because it's like, nigga, I had the whole world on my goddamn back. And I still won, nigga. That's how you want to move, for real. On G.
Butchery, eating foods, trying to be healthy, living his best life. And everyone else has their own handicaps, preventing them from actually accomplishing their goals. Whether it's dumbness, attractiveness, what their height is, everyone has something. And the only way to actually benefit the 10 minutes, 8 minutes of watching this video is to get something out of it, rather than just mindlessly consuming. But the problem is, you can't change the way you are. So how do you overcome this obstacle? Because it's still true. You're still short as fuck. You're still Indian. You're still Asian. You're still dumb as shit. You're low IQ. How do you overcome that?
I mean, again, you can't change the Indian. You can't change the short. But you can change your IQ. You can change not being dumb as fuck. And like I said, just from a physical attribute, like there are things that you can change.
Are some of y'all going around living life not caring what people think about you?
I remember that I don't actually know what you're thinking about me. I just know what I think you might be thinking about me, which means I'm creating a mean and judgmental version of you in my head and then using it to think mean things about myself. And since I made you mean in my head, then really I'm the one being judgmental of you, not the other way around.
What's very ironic about the people that value looks is that they're the ones that value looks the most. And people fail to remember that when you're looking at nature, there will be that unperfect tree, a line of asymmetry, and you'll forget about it. You'll choose to ignore it. You're walking across a busy street and there might be a person who's handicapped on a wheelchair strolling along. You'll notice it and you'll continue to move on. But people who lack romantic relationships, they're the ones that over-fixate and put this amount of importance.
Okay, I understand the point. Yeah. This is exactly what a lot of insecure people do, bro. Y'all think people care, but no, you don't care, bro. It's kind of like, let me put it in content creator terms. Some of y'all want to be content creators and you're so worried about putting your content out there and nobody liking it, and you're so scared of getting 0 views. Nigga, you're getting 0 views! Who cares? Nobody saw it. Keep going. Keep trying. Nobody cares. So why would you be scared and insecure when nobody cares? Make sense? It's almost harder, now not to make this an excuse, but it's almost harder to do it when people are watching and caring. Because now you have all this extra pressure. And now that's not an excuse to fold. And that's just like an entirely different conversation. But just go do the damn work, bruh. Work on yourself and stop giving a fuck and thinking that you are the center of the universe. Motherfucker, you already identified that you ain't getting no hoes. You already identified that you ugly. You already identified, somebody must have told you that you stink. Okay, it is what it is. They don't care about you, bro. So why do you care about what they think? But it doesn't change the fact that that might be something you're struggling with. So now it's time to improve upon it. And it's going to maybe take some time. And by the time you level up, all them motherfuckers maybe they still won't care, honestly, because maybe you graduate high school, you never see them people again. But the people that you now are interacting with, in the future, they get the better version of you. And the most important part, you're going to feel better about yourself. Because to us, internally, whether you believe it or not, that's kind of the only shit that matters. You caring about you, nigga. Once you start doing that, your whole life will change.
Towards the thing that they don't have. Romantic relationships are a big part of your life, a good chunk of it, but it's not everything. But to these people, it is everything. It's because they're lacking it. And it becomes this negative spiral where they're constantly judging other people. Oh, I hate people for judging others because of height. Oh, I hate other women, X, Y, and Z. And it's just this horrible, horrible cycle where you'll never be able to genuinely escape. You're trapped by your own thoughts. And we discuss a lot more about this, about looks, handicaps, and the value of putting too much importance in other things on the Patreon. Support me if you can, because
W plug for his page. Is this the end of his video?
Released a in-depth slideshow all about the learning process.
Okay, yeah, he's done. Well, y'all already know what it is, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I love y'all, appreciate y'all. And at the end of the day, love yourself, man. Appreciate yourself and work on yourself. Don't be afraid of the work, because y'all complaining, y'all making excuses, you worried about what everybody else thinks. But until you have looked in the mirror and really put in some work, you really can't say nothing, bruh. You reap what you sow. And right now you're sowing nothing. You ain't did nothing. And when you really put the work in, you're going to see the results. You're going to see the slow results, but it's going to be beautiful. You're going to enjoy the journey. And eventually you're going to get to your destination. You're going to be like, damn, I did it. I'll see you on the next video. Join the Twitch streams. The Where You At family is going crazy over there. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Where you at, Berto? I made this shit look too easy. I made this shit look too easy.